Hello and welcome. I'm Guillermo Vidal, your host for this program, meant to give you thoughts and ideas to help you age comfortably and fearlessly while you create your best life. That's my only intent, and I hope you are getting some good things out of it. Today, I want to address the subject of how our relationship with money can actually affect the quality of your life. But before I do, I need to tell you a little bit about my history so you can understand where I'm coming from with this program. I was born in Cuba 8 years before Fidel Castro seized power and control of my homeland. But as a result of Castro's governmental takeover, my frightened and concerned parents chose to send me to the United States. Now, I was 10 years old then, and a few weeks after my arrival in Miami, Florida, the powers that be sent me to live in an orphanage in Pueblo, Colorado, where I resided for 4 years until my parents were able to leave Cuba and reunite our family. Now, after some consideration as to where we should continue to live in the United States, my parents chose to move us all to Denver, Colorado, and resume our lives. I entered high school on that first year we were reunited, and I remained living at home with my parents until after I graduated from the University of Colorado with a civil engineering degree. Now, those 4 years in the orphanage plus the 8 years I lived with my parents were very difficult years where money and things were very hard to come by. The difference being that in the orphanage, we had 3 meals a day and a roof over our heads. But those two conditions were not a given with Mom and Dad. Every day was a challenge for us to make ends meet. Now, naturally, these experiences shaped my perspective about earning and spending money, just like your experience shaped you to perhaps think about money somewhat similarly. Like me, you probably grew up with idioms like, time is money, you got to bring home the bacon, a penny saved is a penny earned. And there's many others like these, like saving for a rainy day, and you better tighten your belt. But I think these beliefs about money served many of us well when we were younger and were trying to create our personal portfolio. But they can hamstring the quality of our lives now. Why? Because our beliefs about money are not true. This is a lesson that took me all of these 70 plus years to learn. So let me share with you the 4 reasons that have enabled me to stop worrying about spending money. Number 1, money comes and goes into your hands. No matter what you spend, you can always earn that amount later, or you get it as a payment or something like that. Number 2, time, on the other hand, is not replaceable. Once it passes, it ain't coming back. Number 3, material things like new car, home furniture, etc. might bring us an immediate flash of joy, but just like having an ice cream cone, that joy is not very long lasting. Number 4, on the other hand, experiences accumulated from personal adventures not only bring you joy, they can create priceless memories that live in your mind forever. Now I realize that for some of us, putting bread on the table and roof over our heads takes every ounce of energy that you have, and you worry every moment about where your next revenue will come from. Now, I've lived that life and know how difficult it is. To think that you might be living like this at the 3rd stage of life fills me with sadness and compassion for you. I pray that you can find joy and rest apart from your struggles. But for those of you who, like me, don't have to worry too much about making ends meet, stop worrying about spending money. What good will that money do for you in the bank if you die? Time is passing you by and will not come back. You know that wonderful romantic dinner with your spouse that you've been putting off because it will cost you over $250? Plan it, do it, enjoy it, spend the money. You know that if you need that $250 later, it'll come back to you in some way. Same applies to that RV vacation around the U.S. national parks you've been wanting to take, but have been putting it off. Take it. Waiting is a bad idea. Do it while you're physically able to do that. You know darn well that as you get older, you cannot guarantee your health. Now, I believe those things you're wanting to do, especially those things you want to do as you get older, are your soul's messages to try and get you to live a fuller, richer life. If you're lucky enough to have been given the means, but you don't do these things because your lifelong concern and worries about protecting the level of money you have, then you're postponing joy. And in my book, that is an absolute no-no. Remember, there will never be a time when you're free of problems. There will always be this problem or that crisis to deal with. That's life. But you will surely run out of time waiting for that better day to come. So stop worrying about spending money and use what you have to spend creating the memories that let you know you've had a life well lived. It's worth it. See you soon, and thank you for spending your time with me today.